I'm a university collaborator and would like to post some photos of the recent graduation ceremony on the university's official social media channels. Most of the images include students who participated at the ceremony. Am I allowed to post these photos? Do I need to ask for permission? These questions are related to data protection, which protects from misuse of personal and sensitive data to safeguard an individual's private sphere. Personal data is any information related to an identified or identifiable person. Sensitive data covers specific categories defined by law, such as religious, philosophical, political views, health, ethnicity, and more. This means that photos depicting recognizable people contain personal and sometimes even sensitive data. In general, when using personal and sensitive data, consent is needed. But how should such consent be obtained? Do I have to ask permission from each single student depicted in the photos? In our case, it is fundamental that all students are informed about how their personal and sensitive data will be used by the university. For non-sensitive data, implicit or oral consent is sufficient, while for sensitive data and profiling, explicit consent is required. However, written consent is always advisable to avoid disputes. The university should inform the participants of the event beforehand, ideally through a privacy policy at the moment of registration. The policy should include at least the following information: the fact that photos will be taken, who will take the photos, university or external photographer, where the photos will be published or how they will be used, how the person in charge of the photos can be contacted. Explicit consent is strongly suggested as it is difficult to completely avoid the use of sensitive data. For example, a person might wear a scarf indicating their religious beliefs. The provided consent only applies to the images taken by the official photographer and not to those by other people. People who don't want to be depicted in the official images need to have a way to express this. It will afterwards be the job of the photographer or the image handler to check that these people will not appear in the published images.